Hello, everyone. Glenda Mollett here, and welcome to my craft room today. It is Thursday, and that means Thursday Thoughts, which is something extra fancy for my VI peeps. Just checking to make sure it's over there and we're good to go. Awesome. Okay. So I have a really cool card for you today. It's called a Springboard card. Hey, hello, hello. Can everybody hear me? Because I had to change a setting in my computer today, and I'm hoping it didn't ruin the sound. So if you can give me a thumbs up or I can hear you or something. Oh, this is Norma. Sorry, you're only coming through as Facebook user over there. Oh, good. Janet can hear me. Yes. Facebook user can hear me. Yes. Oh, all right. So tonight's card is a Springboard card, and it's one of Susan Campfield's cards. I was lucky enough on the recent cruise that I just got back from to sit and chat with Susan for a bit. It was lovely. She's a lovely person. She's very tall. Yeah, she was like up here, and I was like down here. It was really funny. Hello, Kathy R. Okay. Oh, by mentioning the cruise, now I have to say, I'm sorry, I hate this part, but disclaimer, only less than 1% of Stampin' Up! Demonstrators qualify for the incentive trips each year. Not saying it to brag, saying it because I have to. So, hello. Now, let me flip you around because you've seen enough of me. You don't need to see me anymore. So this is the card that I created. It's a Springboard card, and it's kind of springy. And I'm going to apologize right now about my cough. So I discovered yesterday that I am positive for COVID. So I am not leaving my house. I'm sticking very close to home. So I'm really glad that I have been sanitizing and wearing a mask since I got home from the trip, because I didn't realize until yesterday that it was COVID. Hello. Oh, Carmen, hi. Okay, so here's the template that I made, because when I discover something new, yes, Norma, I can see you now. Yay! When I discover a new kind of fun fold, I like to make a template out of it because it lets me keep the template. And when I want to make something fancy, I just go through my box of templates and come up with the one I want to do. And then it's got all of the measurements on it. And sometimes I even write down the card number that I made out of it. And I didn't do this one, so I'm going to do this there so I'll know. Oh, yeah. I hope I don't cough too much tonight. So there's a couple of springboardy things happening. So it has this little Z fold thing in here, and then a couple of these little mechanism doodah. Can you see them in there? Those are the springboards. And then this has also got a piece of springboard on it, and it folds down flat. Now, when Susan did hers, she had embossing on the front, so that's why I embossed it. And she put some embossing here and some designer paper. So I did a couple of changes. First of all, I used designer paper instead of embossing because I really wanted to use some more of this paper. And of course, now it's retired, but I still have a little bit left. So I changed the inside a bit. So she had just put a strip of designer paper here, and this is the continuation of that Z fold part. And I decided I was going to put designer paper and designer paper. And then I put an inside in as well. So it's a full card base. And of course, this one uses Seaside Bay, but I'm going to use Cheerful Daisies. And then I thought, well, you know what? I really want to learn how to make an envelope out of 6x6 paper. So you know how the envelope template is 12x6 and you score it and stuff. Well, I took 2 pieces of 6x6 and put it together. And inside, I just put can you see that strip down in there, that dark strip? I just put an extra strip of cards of designer paper that I had to hold it together where the join is, and made it 6x12. And then I could get a custom envelope out of that designer paper, because you know this is only 6x6. Okay, you guys still hear me over there? I'm not seeing any comments or people showing up or anything right now. I don't know, maybe Facebook is glitchy. Anyways, I'm going to use Cheerful Daisies. I made myself a little note, daisy background die cut with daisy pieces on top, because I already cut them out. So I've got my daisy pieces. Oh, you can hear me. Oh, good. Yay. Okay. Then I'll quit worrying about it. So I'm going to put some, I didn't put adhesive sheet on that. I'm going to put some glue on there, because these are going to layer onto here like that. And then that's going to become the front of the card. So let me get the glue on these now. Then I can get them drying and they'll be ready for when I need them. So if you guys had a good week, I have not done anything but be in my craft room. Thank goodness when you're this sick. It's not that I'm sick, it's just that I'm contagious and I don't want to share it with anybody. So it's nice when you're this sick and can't go anywhere and do anything that I have my craft room. And it's my safe haven. And Ted is not allowed in here because I don't have to wear a mask in here. But I do have to wear a mask anytime I leave my craft room. So it's nice to have a spot in my house that I don't have to wear my mask. Okay, one last little piece left. I find that if I get the adhesive part done first and let them dry, then they're ready to go when I'm ready to put them on there. All right, so I'm just going to move these out of the way so I don't get them all over the place. Yeah, I was making Miss Maggie's birthday card this afternoon. Excuse me, hang on. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. All right. So this is a sentiment piece, and then I'm going to do the same as I've done here. Maybe. I put cardstock in so that I could cut out that die cut and cut out this die cut. So that's what those two are for. And I'm going to be using Cheerful Daisies stamp set and the coordinating Cheerful Daisies dies. Now I've already die cut these, so I don't have to do it. The sentiment is from Circle Sayings, and I put warm hello on the inside, and I just realized that I did not get that out, so I'll get that out, and then I'll go get a block for it. And Something Fancy dies. So on the front, I put the biggest one, and on the inside, I put the littlest one. So we'll die cut those two out. So did anybody do anything exciting this weekend? Or this week? See, I'm confused. I don't even know what day of the week it is. I did have a class yesterday before I discovered I was positive for COVID. But I made sure that I had my mask on and I sanitized and I protected the lady that was here, the ladies that were here doing the class, because I had a cold anyway, so I knew I had a cold. You guys are awfully quiet tonight. What's going on? So Miss Maggie's birthday is coming up. She's going to be 3. Hopefully I'm going to be healthy enough to go up there. Okay. Now I got all the bits and pieces. Like, there's a lot. There's a lot. So I will go through them. Is anybody creating with me, or are you just watching? Envelope. 5 1/4 by 4 for the inside. Regular card base. Now this is the new Azure Afternoon. Oh, Janet's creating. Oh, good. This is the new Azure Afternoon cardstock, 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, scored at 4 1/4 and folded in half. Then another piece of Azure Afternoon cardstock that is, hang on, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Norma's watching. Well, thanks for watching. And then I scored that at 2 hang on. Yes, from this side. 2 3/4 and 4 1/8. So 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, scored at 2 3/4 and 4 1/8. And then there are 3 pieces of Azure Afternoon that are 3/4 by 3. Now I haven't scored these ones yet. We'll score those together. And then I have another piece of Azure Afternoon, and I don't know what it's for. Don't know what it's for. It's probably for putting on the front. It's 2 by 3. We'll figure out what that's for. And then I thought I would use the Fresh as a Daisy designer paper. And I chose to put it onto some even early espresso cardstock. So this is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. And then there's a piece of the designer paper that is 4 by 4. It's going to layer on there. So that's the front. That's this piece that's on the front here. And then for the inside, we have some designer paper pieces. We have 2 pieces that are 4 by 1 1/4, and then 1 piece that is 4 by 2 1/2. And then I have another piece that is 1 by 4. And we'll figure out what those are for soon. Soon. Okay, so take your 3 pieces that are 3/4 of an inch by 3 1/2 inches. And I'm going to get my scoreboard out here. And we're going to score this. We're going to score all 3 of them at the same, in the same places. So are you ready? Those of you out there that are creating with me, get your pencil out and write these down. 3/4 of an inch. 1 1/8. 1 1/2. 2 1/4. 2 5/8. And 3. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like. Ready? We'll do it again. 3/4 of an inch, 1 1/8 inch, 1 1/2 inch, 2 1/4 inches, 2 5/8, and 3. Exactly the same dimensions as the first one. Okay, ready? Here goes the third one. 3/4, 1 1/8, 1 1/2, 2 1/4, 2 5/8, and 3. So there's that one. All three of them have the same score lines. Now, did I give you those scoring measurements when I posted the instructions? I don't remember. I'm just going to go in and have a look. See what I did. If I can find it. There it is. I did not. Okay. All right. So have you got the score things written down now? Did you get it done? Do you want me to go over them again? The score lines. Hello, Facebook user. Oh, Dimity, hello. Okay. Here we go. Last time. 3/4 of an inch, 1 1/8 inch, 1 1/2 inch, 2 1/4, 2 5/8, and 3. So you should have 3 of them scored exactly the same way. And I will go in and put those score lines in the description afterwards. Okay, so now we're going to make the springs. So can you see the little springy things in there? They're like flat, and then they do this and that, and then they're that. So they kind of that, and that. So you're kind of making like bird wings. An M. Create an M. So you squish that way and squish that way. And now you have an M. And then you go to the other one, do exactly the same thing. Squish that way, and squish that way. And now you have another M. Okay? Now, you'll find that one end is longer than the other end. Now, this is the way Susan did it. And it's all got to do with putting it together. So you fold it in, take the bigger side and put it inside, and then the shorter side goes over top of it. That way it's not going to interfere with the folding when we get it onto our card. And that's what your little piece will look like once we get it put together. Okay, did you get that? We'll be doing the next one now. Gosh, you forgot. Oh, hi, Marcia. Only just started. Somebody said hello. Oh, it's Marcia. Yeah, I keep having to go back and forth all the time to see your names. Okay, so this is number 2. Fold it in, fold it up, fold it down, make your first M, and go to the other one, fold it down, fold it up, fold it down. Now we have the second M. And then it's going to whip around and be like that too. See, now they got 2 of them. Ready for the last one? Fold it down, fold it up, fold it down. Make one M. fold it down, fold it up, and oops, that one wasn't scored straight. Got to make sure that these things are straight when you fold them too. And there we go. And you don't have to worry too much if you don't have a bone folder. I didn't bone fold the first ones. When you get them all like this, then you can just go in here and do this with them. They're going to spring anyways. Okay, so there's one. I had a lot of fun creating Maggie's card today because I let my pink and purple out. And I went wild. I pulled out a whole bunch of specialty papers I had in pink and purple and went crazy, I say, went crazy. Okay, so now I'm going to get my tear and tape. And I'm going to put a little bit of tear and tape on the back side of the narrow side. Okay, so there's a wide side and there's a narrow side, and you want it on the back side of the narrow side. And then we'll do the same thing on this one. And the same thing on this one. Like that. And I know mine is too long, but when I take the liner off, I'm just going to fold it back. Okay, so now my hair looks different. It's getting too long. It's time for next week is haircut week. Okay. Now you take the one you put the adhesive on and you flip it over top of that long one and squish them together. So now you have this. That's your spring. Who's super late to the party? Oh, Valerie. Okay, so let's do the second one. And do the same thing. Take the liner off. And fold it over top of the long one. Squish it together. And do the same thing on this one. And over top of the long one. And squish it together. There you go. Now don't worry about it if they're not folded exactly this even. See, mine are a little crooked. It's okay because they're just the springs anyways. Pardon me. Okay. So that's our springs. Now this one that is 5.5 by 4 1/4, this one is scored at 2 3/4 and 4 1/8. And that's this part in here. Okay. So you want to fold it. Wait. Okay. This way. Fold it that way. So I have it so that the 2 3/4 inches part is on the right-hand side. And then you're going to fold it this way on the first score line. And use my bone folder on that. Then fold it back on the second score line. So now we have a Z. So there's a lot of foldy parts in here, but that's it. Because now we've got our 3 springs are done and our foldy Z fold part is done. So that's all the mechanism on the inside. The rest is just decoration. Okay. So we're going to attach this on here, but I want to put on my designer papers first along the edge so I can get this part centered in here properly. So let me get my, oh, all right. Need to figure out what papers I'm using here, what side I'm using. So tell me. I'll put one to one side and one to the other side. And then this one is going to go in here like that. Yeah, definitely want that one. Okay. Okay. Now that I know which side I'm using. So these pieces of designer paper are 4 by 1 1/4, and there's 2 pieces. We're going to flop that on this side and just kind of center it up and down and put the same amount on the side as you have on the top and the bottom. I love this Fresh as a Daisy designer paper, and it's on sale this month. You can get it for 15% off. Oh, sticky stuff. And I'm doing designer paper shares for the sale. So if you want a little bit of all of the papers that are on sale, I think it's 108 pieces, I do believe. Hang on, I gotta find the paper. There it is. Okay, so you get 108 pieces of designer paper. Some of them are 6 by 6, and some of them are 6 by 12, and $60 if you're local, and $60 plus postage if you live outside of town and I need to mail them to you. Okay, so now, see, this is going to fit in there perfectly from one side to the other. And it goes right from top to bottom. There's no, because this is 4 1/4 inches. So let's get the adhesive on here. Like that. And I'm going to bring it down to the bottom and line it up. There we go. Now we're going to put this in because it's easier to put it in now than later when I get the springies all on. And of course, the decorating part of the card, you can do basically anything you want. Ah, don't stick. Uh-oh. Let go, let go. Oh. That goes on top of that. And I'm just lining that up with the bottom here of that designer paper so that they're in the same height. Oh, Lord, give me strength. That is so crooked. My mother used to say crooked as a dog's hind leg. That's how bad that is. Let's see if I can straighten it out a bit. There we go. Thank goodness for stamp and seal, because it moves. Okay, so there we go. There's our card base and our Z fold part, the designer papers for decoration. And now let's attach this to this. So do you guys like this paper? Is this daisy paper something that you think is pretty? Yes or no? Comment below. Let me know what you think about this paper. I love it. I've been using it a lot. I love this whole suite. It's like I'm here alone. You guys are... Janet likes the paper. Thank you for commenting, Janet. It's like I'm all alone here tonight. Uh-oh, I didn't get that cut properly. Oh, well. Okay, so this is going to go on here like this, and then I'm going to put the daisies on here, and then put the little pieces on the daisies, and then we're going to throw a sentiment on. Perfect. Okay. So now, oh, somebody says Facebook user. Oh, Marsha likes it. Valerie says it's okay, but she likes the earthen paper better. And Dimity likes what she's seen. I don't have the earthen paper yet. I know. Okay, so we're going to put our springs on, and you want to put them about an inch up and about an inch down. And you want them to spring sideways. Okay? And it doesn't matter which side you put up and which side you put down. They're springing everywhere. I'm going to put the tape this way. There we go. A couple of little pieces on that one. I'm going to have to get that earthen paper. Well, I will be. I was waiting for the sale to come. Now I'm going to get that one, and I'm going to get a bunch of I want to get it all. I want it all. So let me know if you are interested in a share of the designer paper. If you're part of my team, there's a special team price. You can find that in our team Facebook group, right? Or you can send me a message and I will let you know. And there's a big special on right now too. Get the demo kit. You're gonna only pay $135 plus taxes applicable to your province. Only available in Canada. And no shipping. And you get $206 worth of product. So it's $171 in free stuff. Ooh, somebody's going to get the paper in the bundle. Who is that? Ah, Valerie. You mean the earthen paper in bundle. Good plan. Okay, so I'm going to take one of my springs, and I want it springing sideways. So I'm going to this way, and I'm going to put it on right there. You don't have to be too precise. Hoppers. Okay, there's one. Now take the other one and put it kind of in the same spot. And you want it to be springing in the same direction. So there we go. There's our springs. That's it. And then this one, of course, has a spring under it as well. And I'm just noticing that it probably should have two that side because that's awfully big. That's okay. I only did one. I'm going to put tape on here. Fat fingers. Yeah, I get it. I get it, people. Okay. We're going to take the liners off that. And this is kind of, where you place this one is kind of up to you. And you don't have to do this one because this one just holds the sentiment on the inside. So it goes kind of almost, can you see there? Almost right up to the edge, but not quite. And I'll put it right about there. There we go. So there's our 3 springs. All right. Now, I'm going to put our tear and tape. I'm trying to remember the word. Put the tear and tape on all 3 springs. Like that. One more piece to go. There we go. All right. So put your tear and tape on all of your springs. Oh, somebody's here a bit late. Oh, Wendy. Hello. It's weird how I can only see Janet and Norma. I can't see anybody else's name. That is just bizarre. But anyways, welcome. As long as you don't mind me calling you a Facebook user. I'm just burnishing those on there so that they stay on. Now, this one, I want to do this part first because I discovered it's a little bit easier to get that lined up when you don't have this one on the front. So I'm going to put this off to the side for now, and I'm going to find the pieces that I cut because I remembered what this one is for. I'm going to layer this. I'm going to cut another one to go underneath that. So just let me run that through the machine. Now, you don't have to if you're not ready to put it in yet. It doesn't matter. But because I'm trying to demonstrate to you, it's a lot easier for me to do it first when you can see it. Okay, now, I need a block. And I didn't get one out. So I'll just take that off for now. And I think I will stamp this in. I will stamp this in wild wheat. Everybody has been commenting about this color. And at first I didn't like it either. But you know what? I'm using it a lot. And I'm starting to warm to it. Speaking of warm. Okay, so that's wild wheat. And I want to put a flower on there. Where's my stamp set? There isn't anything there. I think I'll use this flower from Timeless Arrangements on there. I just want to put something on there to make it. Yeah, it's going to go grab a couple of blocks. It's growing on you too, Norma. I tell you, I can't stop using it. It is the weirdest thing. Okay, I need to get a stamping paper out. Hang on. There we are. I was experimenting this afternoon with different coloring techniques for my team meeting on Monday. What color do I want to put on there? What color? Let's do crushed curry. Let's do crushed curry. Oops. Helps if you ink up the whole thing. And then I'm going to stamp it off because I don't want it to be full strength on here. Perfect. Yes. You see that? Isn't that cool? So that stamp set is called Timeless Arrangements. And that's the one that has these funky dies, which I really have been enjoying using. Okay. Take that, get rid of that out of my way. And my adhesive. And we'll just pop this on top of that piece of Azure Afternoon. Like this. And these dies are the Something Fancy dies. Good. Okay. Now, that's going to go on that spring. Like that. But you want to make sure that when this is closed, that covers it up. You don't want it poking out. So I'm going to fold that back. Take these liners off here. That. And then we'll just pop that on. Make sure that it goes on straight. Okay, now haven't pushed that down all the way because I want to make sure it's going to be covered when I put this on. Yep. Okay, and is it straight? It's straight. There we go. There's the first springboard part. Isn't that cool? Pardon me. Oh, Lord. Okay. Now, before I put it on there, let's get it decorated. Okay. I should have put adhesive on this too when I was doing the adhesive on the other one, and I didn't do it. Come on. Well, we'll just put some Tombow on here. So, Janet, did you get your mechanism done? Did I go slow enough for you to get it? And those of you that are just watching, did it make sense? Did you have any questions? Do you want me to explain anything? And those of you that are watching the replay and creating along with me, thank you so much. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button and then hit the bell icon, and YouTube will tell you anytime I put a new video on to my YouTube channel. It made sense. Janet did the mechanism. Yay! Who loved the card? Oh, good, Carmen. Marsha likes the card. Carmen said it made sense to her. Yay. Okay. So once you get the mechanism done, the rest of it is just decorating, right? Now, I'm not popping anything up because this is quite a thick card. We'll bring in these pieces. Now, if you wanted, oh, and I should have done that, added a bit of color to the center. Oh, well, too late now. You could use a sponge dauber and just add a little bit of color to the centers of the flowers. But I'm okay with them being white on white because these layers add so much texture. There we go. Sometimes it takes a little bit to figure out where they go. And one more. You missed the scoring for the 4 by 1 1/4 piece. There's no scoring for the 4 by 1 1/4 piece. The 4 by 1 1/4 is designer paper. So I'm not making, who is that? Dimity. I'll go over the pieces again, Dimity. Just let me get this on here. Okay. So there was a piece that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And that piece is scored at 2 3/4 and 4 1/4. It's this way, scored at 2 3/4 and 4 1/4, and then folded into a Z. And then there was 3 pieces that are 3/4 of an inch by 3 1/2, and they become the hinges. And they're scored at 3/4, 1 1/8, 1 1/2, 2 1/4, 2 5/8, and 3. And then they're all folded up. That's it. That's the only scoring. The 4 by 1 1/4 inch pieces, these 2 pieces of designer paper that are on the sides. That's what the sides are for those. So there's no scoring for them. Okay, so there's my front. And I'm going to take the liners off of here. And we're going to pop it onto the front. And then I'll do the sentiment and stamp the inside, and it will be done. So what do you think? Do you think you'll make one of these cards? Those of you that aren't making it along with me, do you think you will make one of these cards? They're kind of fun. Okay, so I've got to hold that down now. This is a bit on the tricky side because you got to hold it down and line everything up without pushing it down. So I want to kind of get it sort of centered. So just let me line this up here. Let me line this up. There we go. There's that. And then I wonder if I put my scissors under there if it will hold it enough to get it on there. But 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we are. Oh, yay. There we are. So there's a springboard and then there's a springboard. See, it's not really that difficult. And when it sits here, of course, I haven't got the inside in yet, so that will make it sit back a little bit. But this is kind of loose and it kind of flops. It's really cool. Okay, let's get the sentiment on here. The happy birthday. I think this is my new favorite stamp set for happy birthday. Color. Early espresso. Early espresso. The center with 4 1/4 by 5 score at, oh, okay. So the cardstock is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then you score it at 2 3/4 and 4 1/8. Okay, here goes a happy birthday. Look at that font on there. Isn't that so cool? I like it. Do you like the font in there? I'll show you the stamp set. Circle Sayings. It's got some lovely ones in there. See that? I haven't made enough cards with that stamp set yet. I'm going to have to do that. All right, get some this. And like I said, I'm not popping anything up because this is a really thick card. So this is going to go flat on the front, down here at the bottom, like that. And the inside, my stamping paper. I think I'll use crushed curry again because I like that. Crushed curry looks good with that color. Crushed curry. Not a color I use a lot. Oh, I know why I have the extra piece of designer paper, because see what I did on the inside of this one? I used up that piece of designer paper, but I'm not going to use that. I'm going to stamp some daisies on the inside in crushed curry and on the envelope. There we are. There's the inside. And now the envelope. What time is it? Oh, doing good. Doing good. So I can't believe it's June. Where in the world did May go? It's like it disappeared into thin air. And now we're almost halfway through the year. Oh my goodness. Today was lovely and warm here. I didn't get outside. But I had to answer the door a couple of times. So once they left, then I could stand out on my patio for a bit and enjoy the sunshine. Flowers are blooming, tomatoes are growing. There we are. Now we have to add some bling. I put butterflies on this one, but of course I'm not putting butterflies on this one. I'm going to put something blingy-ish. Any ideas of what I should use? I don't know. We have, it did just appear, it did. Okay, so we have adhesive back sparkle gems or in color dots. Not right colors, not right colors. Not right colors. We could use the blues. Okay, tell me. Help me decide what bling to put on there. We have 3 choices, and I'll hold them against it. So we could use blues. These are the 22 to 24 in color pearls. Or the 23 to 25 in color dots. That color. Or adhesive back sparkle gems. Which ones? Number 1, number 2, or number 3? There's 3. There's 2. And there's 1. I'm going in for replacement knee on. Oh, Dimity, good luck. Wendy wants dots. Facebook user wants 2. Other Facebook user wants sparkle. 23. Janet wants these ones. Okay. Ah! So I have 2 votes for these ones. So those ones we'll use. I will put the other ones back. Good luck with your knee replacement, Dimity. There is so many people I know this year that are going in for knee replacement surgery, I tell you. Must be the time of our life. One there and one more over here. There we go. Carmen and Valerie. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't have time to, oops, wrong box. I didn't have time to flip over there and find out who was commenting. All right. Ooh, hang on a sec. I'm going to add 2 more. I want to add some blue ones. Why not? Put one there. And let's put one over here. Might as well, right? You got them, use them. All right, ladies, what do you think? There's our Springboard card. And see, now that it's got a piece on the inside, it actually stands up, and this is free floating. And there's all the bling I put on there. Let's have lots of bling. I didn't use Wink of Stella because I'm not feeling it on this card. Okay, there's the inside springboard, and there's the inside of the card. Aw, thanks, ladies. You guys are so kind. Oops. Good Lord. All right. Now, you can't share this because this is in my private group, but I would appreciate it if you would hit those emojis. Thanks, Norma. Wendy, Facebook user who is Carmen. All right. So that's it for me for this week. I was live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. You did when you came on? I'm not going to be live tomorrow night. Give my voice a break. And then Sunday, I have my team meeting. And I'm going to do a demonstration along with some socialization and having fun together. And then Monday, I will be back with something. Oh, yes. Oh, good. Thanks, Val. I love the daisies too. You know, this is my favorite suite in the catalog. And they are on, here we are, page 111, 110 and 111. Oh, you guys can't see it because I don't have it big. So there you go. So there's the daisy suite. You get the designer paper. Oh, I forgot about those dots. Oh, Lord, what are they called? What are they called? Adhesive back solid gems. Where are they? Oh, Lord. I forgot. I might have to just take that bling off and put this bling on, because this is the bling that belongs with the suite. And I forgot about them. And I really want to use them. So I'm just going to take these off. Just bear with me for half a sec while I just remove these. Got to be careful when you remove these, because they have the color is not in the dot itself. It's on a piece of paper underneath the dot. So when you're removing them or getting them off the plastic, you have to be really careful. Okay, here we go. Okay, yep. Let's put some of these yellow ones on there, because they're cute. And there's a lot of them. And I can use them all. And we can put some blue ones in there. And we can put some copper clay ones. Look at this. Mix and match and make them all pretty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more. Pardon me. 5, 6. Just need one right there. Done now. Here's what I did. I changed the bling. All right. I promise that's it. I'm not going to change anything else. Thanks so much for joining me tonight. I hope you've enjoyed the card. I will make sure that the measurements, including the score lines, are in the description. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend and that you get to have some crafty time in your craft room. And I'll see you Monday night at 8 o'clock. Stampin' Smiles. Bye for now. Oh, it gives me the option when I hit end broadcast. It says, do you really want to? And then the minute I do that, I think of something I need to tell you. Duh. Don't forget to let me know if you want some of that paper share. You've got until the 15th of June, and then I will order everything and cut it up and get it off to you. $60 for 108 pieces of paper that are on sale in June. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you soon. Stampin' Smiles. Bye for now.